and I'll go in and edit and all that stuff. So all this talking and stuff will go out.
Cool.
Tag that we're on. We're good. Okay. We're good. So I'm going to try while we're on here, waiting for people to see if I can't share it in the group for you.
Gotcha. Cool.
With that. There we go.
Nice.
Hello. We're going to start here in just a minute, guys.
Was patiently waiting.
Patiently waiting. Where are you?
Hello, Facebook user.
Hello. So go in and accept the restream so we can see who is talking to us, if you want us to know.
Or unless you want to stay one step ahead of the law, don't. Get a little anonymity.
Get a little. All right. So, all right. So that is shared there, and then we will get started here in just a minute.
Hello, Facebook user number 2.
Hello. Guys, go in and accept, if you get a chance, accept the restream so we can see who's talking. We're going to do questions at the end. I'm just going to share this out a couple more times and then we'll get started.
Hello, Julie Downer Russell.
Hey, Julie, how are you, my dear?
I'm sorry. I'm like squinting to read your name over there. I'm not trying to be a smartass or anything. So, I kind of said like Julie Downer Russell.
It's all good. All right.
Scott Cleary, what's up?
Hey guys. So we're gonna wait a few more minutes. If you guys can share out to anybody who would be interested. I know a lot of people. Hey, Nationwide Paranormal, thanks for joining us.
Oh damn. What's up?
We are going to jump in a few minutes, just share out to anybody that you think would love a really great story. And we'll get started here in just a few minutes. We will leave room for questions and things like that at the end, and I'll introduce Mr. James here in a minute. Hello. All right.
See, it's always a sign of a good stream when you get the chat already lighting up before anything even happens.
I know. There's a couple I have to make sure have it because they will want to be in. So, all right, share.
Not sure how to share it. Aw.
You're not sure how to share it. So Julie, you should be able to just go to one of our Facebook pages, but I'm gonna send it out right now to Hemp and a few others that are wanting to make sure that they're
Hey, Melinda's in. What's up, Melinda?
Hello.
I'm actually gonna go on a quick little journey, grab me something to drink.
All right. So I shared it with James.
See, everyone gets to see my kitchen. It's a good kitchen.
You're gonna cook us some dinner?
Oh no, I'm just getting some water. So.
All right. Well, after you get your water, then we'll get started.
Yes, indeed. Figured take everyone on a journey with me to get some water.
Hit arrow on left, click and copy, Miss Julie.
There we go.
All right.
And here we got one more cameo. It's my little dog.
Oh, snoozing. All right. Well, guys, welcome in. For any of you new in here, this is the Blend Your Spirit talk show that I do. I love to bring in people with interesting stories or guests with interesting stories of kind of coming up from, like rising from, the ashes, recovery things, just strange stories. So we're down for all kinds of things. That's why it's called Blend Your Spirit. And James is one of my friends I've known you a couple of years, right?
Couple years now. What, 2019? 4 years?
I think, yeah,
Yeah, it's been
yeah,
that long.
it has been. And he is the lead singer of a band named Ryder, and he is located in New York, which
Yeah.
I'm dying to go to New York always, as he knows. So, do you want to tell us a little bit about your band and who you are?
Well, hello everybody, and wherever you're watching from land. I am James. I am the singer and guitar player for the four-piece hard rock band Ryder. Um, as as Kitty said, and we're using Kitty, right? I can't use real names.
I mean, you can. It
I
doesn't.
can. All right. So I'm keeping kayfabe, keeping that fourth wall. No, I'm kidding. But so no, yeah, we're a four-piece hard rock band from Queens, New York. So a lot of my influences. I love Stevie Ray Vaughan. I love Metallica, Black Sabbath, Whitesnake. I think David Coverdale is probably one of the best vocalists ever. I love his work with Deep Purple, obviously Burn, and yeah, I could keep going on, but yeah, that's who we are. We're a four-piece hard rock band. So check us out. Buy our shit.
buy buy the stuff, and we're going to talk about some lotion you guys need to buy. Is what we're going to do. Um,
Oh wow, yeah.
we're going to buy some lotion. So tell me, where did Ryder start from? Can you go back to where it kind of began?
Ryder started in 2016 from an old band of mine. Um, so a previous band I was in didn't really work out all that well, and basically I was kind of at a turning point in my life, and I was like, okay, well, I think maybe it's time to start. You know, do I want to keep doing this? Do I not? And I decided to keep doing it. So I found some new musicians and formed Ryder. And this August we're celebrating 7 years together.
That's great. That's great.
Hmm.
Can can you talk about one? Let's see. Can you talk about some of the difficulties with being in a band? I just want to go the band route for a minute, and then we'll get to the juicy stuff. So, some of the difficulties on being in a band,
Oh Jesus Christ!
especially
How
a
much time do
traveling
we
band. Oh, I know some of them. So I know. If you would say the top three most difficult things on being on a touring band, what would you say were some of the most difficult things?
uh, scheduling,
Mhm.
um, egos, egos, um, and having to babysit your former bass player while spending $500 on Rocklahoma tickets. Oops, was that a little too specific?
Not no specifics. Not like what? Be a little more specific. Oh my gosh. So, what is some of the best parts about being in a band for you?
Oh, getting on stage, performing, hands down, number one. Number two, traveling, seeing the world, seeing everything, and just experiencing everything, whether it's the country, whether it's Canada, wherever. Just experiencing all that, and I gotta say the food.
The
Like
food.
I'm a foodie. Like I try traveling and experiencing different cuisines and other stuff. I mean, like I gotta say, Oklahoma's got some pretty slamming barbecue. So
That is that what we're known for? Yeah. I mean that's one of the things maybe. I don't know. But you
one of the things I've heard different things like like you got good barbecue like that. What was that? What was it? Pete's Drive-In or something like somewhere out in Pryor. Like
yes.
that was a really good burger. That was a greasy burger, but it was so fucking good. And then what else is Oklahoma? Oh yeah, I think. Okay, so this is a little off topic with Oklahoma, but but I'm gonna say this. Like, I heard this is a rumor that apparently in Oklahoma that in the sex shops, none of the porn are allowed to depict penetration for like
This
religious
is
reasons.
this is true. This is true.
Fun fact,
I would
kiddies.
not ever know, but this is you also, and I know this because I sell adult novelties, that you that you cannot get some things from out of state coming into Oklahoma if it's not labeled appropriately.
Hmm. Yeah, so they're
And
controlling importing too. God damn. Damn.
you can't even get a vibrator. What is that? I mean, you can come to me for that. But they don't. They really don't. So if you're to go and order like Adam and Eve or something like that from online, you have to have it in a box that has not that name on it.
Oh,
It's a secret.
I mean, I'm so like I'm surprised you guys didn't start some like like a prohibition style like
Start throwing them.
speakeasy, let's build some vibrator speakeasy over there.
Start sticking them to things and people.
No, no. What you got to do is you got to get the bookcase as like the fucking secret entrance, right? Just pull the book, like go right on in, and there you go. And you got to make it like Arabian Nights or something, just to make it like really like.
Welcome to the red room of toys. That's not allowed. It's banned. I think it is banned in several places. It's kind of crazy.
Damn.
Yeah, that's funny. So, do you frequent the sex shops when you go on tour?
Oh God, no. We pass by them. We don't stop by
I
them.
know. When I'm driving to the adult store on the side of the highway.
Yeah, it's like when you're a touring band, it's like how are you not gonna buy like like 5 foot long dildos and like start having a lightsaber fight with them? I mean, like like
Yeah, yeah, that's where it would go for sure.
are you
I
near? Oh,
Broken Arrow, yes, yes. I'm very close to Broken Arrow. Very close. So what about the people that you meet? Do you meet a lot of people that you keep connections with over the United States
oh,
and traveling and things like that? Can you talk about friendships, relationships, and things like that?
oh,
That are
absolutely.
meaningful?
Well, I mean, for instance, I mean, you number one.
We do know each other, yes.
I mean, we know each other. I think I saw in the chat too. Steve Engel. He's from Canada, so he's one of my dearest friends. Biggest Ryder fan in all of Canada, and proudly holds the title. And he's an awesome guy, great person. So
I love that.
yeah, so many people. So there are people that I met, playing Rocklahoma in 2018 that I still keep up
Mm,
with today. Adam Richmond, Fallon.
I
So
love
many.
that.
Like I could keep going on and on, but
I love that. No, I don't, I mean, I don't tour and play music, but I do tour with my friends, if I get a chance. And
mm,
I want to do that. That's one of my things I want to do is travel around just so I can, give everybody hugs and see everybody that I know. So I know touring is a special thing. Can you talk about the difference between uh, the say the 80s buses and all that stuff versus how it is in the music world now when you travel?
I mean, I was born in '91, so I can't really talk about the '80s.
You know David Coverdale, sir, so you know
I,
exactly
I
what
just
the
I just I just do my research. That's
you're such a turd.
but I can't really speak about the '80s. I mean, that was
Okay.
but
Okay, so let me rephrase it, Mr. Smarty Pants. David Coverdale, how he had a big tour bus and they made all this money coming
mhm,
in. Can you
mhm.
talk about the reality of the music scene nowadays? Because I don't feel like a lot of people go out and buy merchandise, and you don't go buy records now anymore. It's available almost for free. So I feel like it's a dying industry, and without people coming out and supporting it, I feel like, it's not available.
It's
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's tough. Um anyone who thinks like it's how it was, where it's like, oh yeah, look at this big tour bus and
Mhm.
catering and like all this stuff. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, the bands are paying for it.
Yeah. And
The
there are some
difference,
that have them, but it's
yeah, it's nice to have, but it comes out of their pocket. I mean, even in the '80s, I mean, when you thought like, oh yeah, the label's covering this, it's like, yeah, they took it out of the band from the back end, so like they still get it.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, no, nowadays it's a blessing and a curse.
yeah,
A blessing in a sense that we have stuff like social media that we can practically you know, go all over the world and connect with everybody worldwide and do
yeah,
that. But it's also a curse because it's like there's so many people out there that it's just like it's almost like all of these streaming services, right? It's like you have what, Netflix, Hulu, so
yeah,
whatever, right?
yeah,
At some point you just kind of become indifferent to it, and it's like
yeah,
you have so much of this access to your fingertips that it's like, okay, well, yes, it's awesome that you have access to it, but
yeah,
it's like after a while you just kind of become desensitized to it.
yeah, yeah. What do you think it takes for a band to stand out and connect with the crowd nowadays?
Be personable.
Mm,
Be personable. Be humble.
mhm.
um be yourself, be authentic. I mean, the days of like the mysterious, oh my god, look at these awesome rock stars and all, like the days of the mystery and the backstory. I mean, shit, like it's not a Marvel fucking movie, like sorry, I don't know if I'm allowed to cuss on here, but
I mean,
um
I'm good at cussing on here, so I'm sure you can.
okay. So I just want to know,
Okay.
for any fines come down, you got the
No, no.
Oklahoma police come and be like, "Come here, you've been cussing. I want your dildos
We
too."
said dildo! There's a dildo! Woo! Yeah, no, that's super.
But
Here they come.
it's like, I know we said fuck, but we know you have sex toys in here. Um, but yeah, no, I mean, just be humble, be yourself. I mean, be authentic, and write good music. I mean, music speaks for itself. I mean,
It does. It really does. And do you feel that a lot of music nowadays or musicians write music from experiences, or they write it as part of, say, just their artistic ability and throwing words together?
I think it depends on the artist,
Mhm.
really. I mean, everyone has their own approach. Me personally, I try to base mine off of experience.
Mhm.
So,
Do you have
yeah, I mean,
a
I think
blend?
it's a little bit of both.
Little blend. Do you have a favorite, say, top three musicians that are your favorite?
Oh man. Top three.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, Stevie Ray Vaughan
Mhm.
and David Coverdale, hands down. Um, what round out as the third?
You're stupid.
Uh, oh no, I'm not gonna be that asshole.
I only have two. I only like two.
Yeah, no, it's kind of hard, just
Mhm.
kind of doing. Here, I'll throw a drummer in there. How about Neil Peart?
That's fair.
So,
I'm not a huge fan of Rush, but that's fair.
so
That's fair. I'll take it. All right. Well, then I want to dive a little deeper into some of your new music, if you're good with that. I know that you are just released a new song, and that is
mhm.
called.
Lowland's Lullaby acoustic. It's the acoustic version of the song we released last year.
Okay. And would you say this story is a story that you just wrote, or would you say this is from experience?
It's from experience.
From experience.
It
Do you,
is definitely from experience.
do you want to take us back to that experience so then we can walk through the song?
Yeah, yeah. So I'm looking at the comments. Here comes the waterworks. Good lord. Um, I've told this on a previous interview. Before I got a little choked up
It's okay.
doing it. It's not an easy story. It wasn't an easy story to tell at first. I will say that the amount of support that I've received and the amount of love that I've received is absolutely overwhelming.
Mhm.
And, to everybody who has reached out to me, thank you. Like, seriously. Like, it does, it means a lot. And, like, to get messages from people like, your story helped me, and, like, I'm not the only one, and stuff like it's really awesome.
Mhm.
Um,
That's what it's about. That's what it's about.
so I will preface by saying that. I was in a situation where I became friendly with a person, um, and you know, things were good. Some trust was built, and while I was, while I was out in the area where she was, we had met, and long story short, she gave me something. I'll go into a little more detail. She gave me something, said that it was it was Starburst candies.
Yeah, we'll
Um,
do a trigger warning real quick for anybody if you have trauma that relates to um, sexual experiences, trauma, drug experiences. So just trigger warning. Yeah.
yeah. So it looked like Starburst. It tasted like Starburst, and I don't remember the entire night afterwards. Um, I woke up the next day. I was naked. She was naked. And I had cut marks all over my body. And it didn't look like fingernails. It looked like it came from something, like something else. I flew back home, and it just something didn't sit right. It's like when you're sitting in the airport at 3 in the morning, and you're just like, wow, I don't remember what happened to me. Like, I was not in control. Like,
Yeah.
it's a messed up feeling.
Mhm.
Um, I come home, and I go. A good friend of mine does Reiki,
Mhm.
and she took one look at me. She's very spiritual,
Mhm.
and she's just like, nah,
Yeah.
nah. And I'm like, what? Like, because at the time I was never, and I will profess by saying I was very much like, I was not into spiritual stuff. Like, I was just, and if I was, I was just like, all right, you
A
leave me
crystal
alone.
here and there. Yeah.
Yeah, little amethyst, whatever. But, like, you leave me alone, I'll leave you alone. Like
Yep.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, so my person was like, no, you have something, attached to you and stuff. I'm like, oh shit, that's not good.
Yeah.
Um, so something just didn't seem right, with that. And so I hit up the person, and it's like that uncomfortable conversation of like, well, I don't remember what happened that night, but you do.
Yeah.
And she blatantly admitted to me that she wanted to sacrifice me to Lilith. For people who uh, I don't know if anyone here, and again, I will also preface by saying, not trying to insult anyone who
No, you're
follows,
good.
or put a label on anyone.
Mhm.
But yeah, she admitted she wanted to sacrifice me to Lilith, and she wanted to cut my throat, but that I was fidgeting, so all the marks on my body were from a knife. Um, yeah, so long story short, I was dosed, I was taken advantage of, and I was almost killed. And
How long did the time between after, if you're okay with me asking, after you flew home and then you went to go see your spiritual person that does Reiki, how much time had passed?
3 days.
3 days. Okay.
3 days.
And you still had everything there when she saw you.
Hmm. Well, it was when I saw her. It was through a video chat thing. I didn't like physically see her,
Okay. Okay.
so
Got
it was yeah. But yeah, it was about 3 days,
about
and
3 days.
yeah, and yeah, it was really weird. Um, I had people, like she looked at selfies, and then it's like, oh my god, you look possessed. I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
um, so what ended up happening is, getting into like a little deeper into the more spiritual side of stuff,
Right.
because that's what this is about. Blend your spirit.
Yeah.
Um, a really, really dear friend of mine, um, helped me do. I think they call it a cord cutting or
Hmm.
whatever, and it was just black yarn saying this incantation,
Yeah.
and I heard my voice drop 5 semitones as I was saying it.
Mm.
And they cut the yarn, and then they burned the yarn, and it was like this like light green ash and smoke. I was just but like by the time it was done, I felt like there was this release of like, you know oh my god, like
You felt
that's
the
really.
cord cut. You felt it be cut and the
Yeah,
weight released.
yeah. And so I sat down with a notebook, and I wrote the lyrics. You tricked me, drew
Mm.
me in, skin on skin, no urge to resist. Why did you make your kiss so sweet? And later on, we ended that with Lillian's Lullaby, and the reason that's why we called it. That's why I called it Lillian's Lullaby. Is that was it was a play off the name of the goddess that she was going to sacrifice me to, and lullaby as the deep sleep. I was supposed to die.
Yeah.
there
That's
there's no
it.
there's no literal logical explanation how I made it out of that situation. And I went from being a non-believer to being very agnostic.
You're like, yeah, there's something.
Yeah, very agnostic,
Yeah.
and very, look, I respect everything and anything, and I won't fuck with it as long as you're not harming other people.
Yeah.
So
I can say that from my experience, and I know everybody's experiences are very different. And a lot of the goddesses and the deities that people work with for me are more archetypes, that people connect with. And I dislike it whenever they only connect to what is said a negative part of it, because I feel like there's so much balance within that you feel that you have to do something like hurt someone physically, let alone unalive them, um, is not taking the right route out of what spirituality is. It's spirituality is a very personal thing, and you don't start bringing people into it.
yeah,
So not in that way, you know.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's and she had said, that she was a Satanist, and again, I'm not saying that everybody's like that. I know there are
There's many variables.
how many different versions of it. LaVey, fucking Crawley, whoever. I mean,
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
it's
It's all over the place. Yep.
different strokes for different folks, like that's fine. Um, but yeah, no, it's just, using spirituality to harm people. Uh,
I feel, and this is probably not the full talk show to go over it, but I feel like I feel like people use spirituality to harm people all the time. You could go all the way back to church and any organized religion, and people take what they want from that to damage and hurt people. And then people
yeah,
truly do get lost. I mean, you could call it lost spirituality, but they get lost because um, they've been sabotaged by something that is supposed to help them heal and help them. I don't like the word saved because that's very organized religion, but for you to save yourself and find your own spirituality is very important. And it puts such a bad taste in people's mouth when something like this happens. So you can choose to really get depressed and fall down in a deep hole, or you
yeah.
can choose to heal, write a song and heal and talk to other people about it, because there's so many people who have been in your same situation. Maybe not
Um,
the exact situation, but
well,
very,
yeah.
very similar. Yeah.
Well, no, and on all fronts. Yeah, this is a more spiritually driven podcast, so obviously
Yeah.
I'm going to go a little more in depth on the spiritual side of things too, but
Yeah.
just on a basic level, for
Yeah.
those who aren't spiritual, it's like
Yeah.
you put your trust in someone,
Hmm.
they take advantage of you, and and not only admit to, hey, I was trying to kill you, but
Yeah.
like the way it was said was like just so nonchalant and so devoid of emotion, of just like, no, you were a
Yeah.
means to an end. Like you're not even a human being. You're
Yeah.
just
No, that's exactly right. That's I think that there are so many people that take on that face of spirituality and then they use the dark things or the light things or the mix to hide behind to do things that they want to do
yeah,
that would not be required of a goddess or a god or someone source, right? Universe, whatever
yeah,
people want to call it, their maker, whatever it is.
yeah.
Um,
Whatever
it,
you believe in.
yeah, whatever you believe in. And it's just, there's always balance and you always have the choice between it, the light and the dark. It's just always there. So I,
Yeah.
it's very saddening and sickening that you experience that. I'm not laughing. I'm laughing
No, I get
craziness of the situation.
it.
Um, what do you think that you learned from it on a spiritual level? Because I know you and I had talked before, and we talk crystals and amethysts and stuff like that, but
Yeah.
not anything significant. What do you take away from that on a spiritual level, and how do you go about healing from something like that?
Well, I'm definitely, since the situation, I'm definitely a lot more hyper aware.
Hmm.
Um, I'm definitely. I've been told in the past that that I might be empathic,
Hmm.
so it's just going down the rabbit hole of just discovering different things. Um, so yeah, no, like I am a lot more aware. I'm a lot more just like, all right, you know what? Yeah,
Open to your path of whatever that may be.
yeah, like a lot more open.
Yeah.
And as far as healing from something like that,
Mhm. Do you have any recommendations for anyone who has gone through something like that or may go through something like that?
I mean, I could, um, but then again, everyone's unique.
Yeah.
Everyone's situation is different, and every person is unique. So what worked for me,
Right.
you know, what worked for me personally was just expressing myself through what I love, music
Right.
and time. That was the thing, and again, what works for me, it might not work for other people. Um, it took a long, long time to even get to this point. You
Mhm.
know, today, for me to even like tell this story.
Yeah.
I, um, So yeah, I mean, everyone has their own, their own vices to heal, and
Yeah.
for me, it was, music and time.
Yeah, I love that. I think healing is such an individual process. While you may write songs, I don't write songs, but I may paint a picture or I may read or journal. And I think that if we as humans would learn to express ourselves more and it was more accepting, that a lot more healing would happen.
Yeah.
If people, allowed each other to do that. And your story is definitely one of goodness can come from something that's tragic. And you have this song, and now we know the backstory of it. So I am very very excited to have you on here and talk about that. Let's see what else here, because that was kind of, I really wanted to dig into the story some. What do you want people to take from your story? If you could have them pick one or two things that were they walk away for the rest of their life and know something, what would you want them to know?
That just because somebody else saw fit to take advantage of you, don't blame yourself.
Yeah.
That's number one. It's nothing you did warranted that. Nothing you did, um, you didn't ask for it.
Yeah.
You didn't, there's nothing that you could have done differently to prevent it. It's like, and try not to let it change who you are, like to the point of like, and when I say that, not, like, don't ignore it, but,
Yeah.
like, don't let it make you become jaded or become, however, because of it. You're a good person. Um, just because other people decided to do shitty things, it doesn't mean that you should change who you are. I mean, definitely be more discerning. And if you can, I mean, and there's always going to be like that sense of, oh, hey, like, yeah, I'm going to be a lot more careful now.
Yeah. Do you
But
think that do you think that it's going to have an effect on your future relationships and the trust factor, or do you feel like you're more aware of energy now, that affected you in such a way that you see things differently now?
I feel like I see things very differently
Yeah.
now. Um, Before, I was very ignorant and very, just, oh, yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Now it's like, if I get a bad vibe or something else, it's like, oh, okay, well, you're you're cool, but you could
You
stay over
don't follow me home, thanks.
there.
I'm not flying to see you. You go
Yeah,
home.
so
Oh my goodness. Well, I thank you for you sharing your story. I was excited just because I consider you my friend, so I was excited for you to be able to share it. What are some places that the viewers can find you and support you and listen to your music and all those things? Can you talk about the places you're available and all that?
Oh yeah, of course. Well, I know. Shout out to Melinda in the chat. She posted all the links a while ago, and I'm sure when
Okay.
she hears this, I'm sure she's gonna post them all again.
Okay. Perfect.
Um, that's your cue. No, I'm kidding. um, yeah, no. Check us out on Facebook. Facebook.com/, RyderBandNY, and that's Ryder with a Y, not an I.
Mhm.
RYDERBANDNY. On Instagram, Ryder_NY, YouTube.com/RyderBand. We're on Spotify. Look up Lillian's Lullaby Acoustic. Um, we're on Apple Music. We're all over the place. I mean, I'm sure. I'm sure you can probably find some feet pictures of Eric or something.
If Melinda, if you'll send me the information, I'll put that on my websites too, and all my stuff. Are you guys on TikTok? I can't remember if you're on TikTok.
We are on TikTok, at Ryder Band. We got to grow it a little bit more.
Yeah,
um,
because then we'll just pull you over onto ours when you're on there.
yeah, yeah. We definitely got to grow it a little bit more. But also, I also want to give three special shout outs to sponsors of the band. We do have sponsors.
Yay.
So I have to. Sorry, I got
No,
to go
you're
in
good.
full commercial mode here.
Go
But
commercial. Go for it. You do
so,
you. That's
all
good.
right.
Go for it.
Parlor Beverages, based in Pennsylvania. Some of the best damn root beer you can ever have. If you like root beer, so check out Parlor Beverages at Drink Parlor on Instagram. They have a butterscotch root beer that is fucking
Mm,
amazing.
that sounds great.
Yeah, and it doesn't taste like cream soda. It's just butterscotch
Oh,
root beer.
that's
So
interesting.
so it's really good. So Drink Parlor, check out Parlor Beverages. American Musical Supply or American Musical. They're an online music retailer. So you need some gear, check them out. AMS, American Musical Supply, and of course Hemp Wizard Beard Care Company. Um,
I love that.
we just shout out to Mike Wiseman, great guy. Yeah, basically, we got in contact and saw this and
You
is
gotta
like, you want a beard oil? I'm like, yeah, sure. And,
yeah,
then then we have hard time beard oil, and just recently he sent me some samples of the Lillin's Lullaby woman's body lotion.
nice.
Now,
Do you have
I
that with you? Do you have it close to you?
I do not have it
You don't.
close.
Okay.
So what's up, Mike? So speak of the devil, and he appears. What's up, Mike? Um,
Hello.
yeah, Lillin's Lullaby, women's bar rib. I think anyone could probably use it, but you know, um,
It's
so
probably geared towards women who are feeling
it,
a little feisty.
I mean,
I'm saying.
but it's really good for your skin. I've been told it smells like cherries and pomegranate, and
Mhm.
so I mean that's yeah. Yeah,
That's
Mike, you did pick the perfect time to hop in here. Let me just hang myself.
I gotta do it real quick, real quick.
So, but yeah, no, Lillin's Lullaby body lotion. It's really awesome. Check it out. Um, Mike is an awesome guy. He knows what he's doing. He went to college. He knows how to put sense together, and
Where is the lotion available?
hempwizard.net, and
It is
it's
Hemp
going to
Wizard.
also be on our big cartel site, riderband.bigcartel.com, in the coming days. But yeah, no, so the lotion is great. The beard oil, let's see if I can remember this right: sandalwood, sweet tobacco, leather, and bourbon.
That does
So
sound lovely.
it's a very very manly
Yeah,
must.
yeah,
So
that's exactly what it smells like. Because I make my own, goddess oils and things like that, but they're not. They're definitely more feminine. They're not like
yeah,
that. But yeah, I like
yeah.
that. I love the tobacco in it. I love that smell.
Yep. So see, Mike is just like bingo. So if you want your beard to smell like a manly man,
I might want my beard to smell like a manly man.
so I mean, who knows? You might put some on your face. You might grow one if
I
you.
let's not. I'm gonna do that as I get older. I'm sure. Let's not start it now.
All right, listen. We could have a race. Who can get it down to here?
It's like no, I like it. No.
Uh, what's hearse, man? I need that sexy smell to get in touch with my feminine side.
Um, he has a beard.
Mm. Well, hard time beard oil. Buy it.
So we'll get all the links and everything, and I'll post
Mhm.
on my website, and then I'll do on all my pages and all that. I guess we can open it up for questions. Are you okay with that?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Guys, if you have any questions on anything, really, I mean, it's up to him, but if you have any questions, please feel free to post. I know I had a couple of my followers ask questions and I told them they had to wait to ask. So if you have questions, please feel free to post. I'll give you guys a few minutes.
Melinda just said the ladies like a good smelling and moisturized. Oh, absolutely. So I mean, look, I am not a woman. I've
Are
never
you,
professed to be
are you
one, and I don't
sure?
play one.
Are
I
you,
don't play one on television. So, but I will say, I mean, I gotta ask you, like, what's the worst? A dude with a beard and it feels like a Brillo pad? You don't want that.
you don't.
So,
I
no,
could say
no,
a lot
no.
of things, but I'm just going to say you don't want that.
Yeah,
You
you
don't want that.
don't. So,
You don't want that. Question for James. What is the meaning of life, sir?
what is the meaning of life? Um, I don't know. You find out and tell me first.
The meaning of life is to find the meaning of life. That's
Yeah,
what it is, I think.
oh, there we go.
You like any beard.
I like any beard. Oh, okay.
42. Dirty, nasty beard.
Ooh.
Ew.
I mean, I don't think it looks that nasty.
He says
Kitty
kitty
don't
doesn't like
like
hair.
hair. Just saying. Oh,
James probably knows. I just, it's not my, that's,
what? Wait, hold on. It's going
how
fast.
many,
What
how many,
effects did having the attachment cause during that time? Uh,
so Chris,
lethargic.
Christy is one of my friends who is a paranormal investigator.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, yeah.
Lethargic. Very like I felt almost weak, drained. Um, it was just yeah it was like I was just in a haze, you know. I really don't know how else to describe it. Like I didn't like feel like, oh my god, like there's something like here, but
Mhm.
it's just I just felt very lethargic and very not myself.
Yeah, your spirit in itself was violated, not just your body, like your actual soul and spirit was violated with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop?
um well, I mean, if you look at that fucking owl, I mean, he only did it in three, so
What if you bite it? What if you bite it? The
well, it sounds like
meaning,
someone's going to the hospital, but
it's what happens here in Oklahoma. Some of these things aren't allowed here.
oh no, it's allowed. Just don't videotape it.
Oh, the meaning of life is not to tempt fate.
Not to tempt fate. All right, you know that's a good one.
Yeah.
Whoever you are, Facebook user, I can't see you, but what's your dream lineup to play with?
Oh, that's a good one.
Are we talking like full bands or musicians? Because full bands, Whitesnake, Guns N' Roses, uh, Motorhead.
Mm.
So and Ryder, of course. I want that.
What is your dream? Where do you want to take Ryder? What do you want to do? What is some of your dreams to do with Ryder?
I want to take it as far as I fucking can. Like if I could take that to the moon, I want to take that to the moon. You know, I really I enjoy creating music. I enjoy writing music. I enjoy performing it, and you know, if I could take it as far as I could go, I mean, fuck yeah, let's go.
Is there anything that my followers or anyone that may hear this can do to help support you in your dream on that? Is there certain things you need, certain things you're looking for, certain opportunities, or are you just kind of going along as it goes?
Um, anything to help me with the dream?
Yeah.
Street something as simple as sharing a post, following us on social media, streaming our music, buying our t-shirts, buying CD, like anything, like there's so many, there's so many ways you could do that. So,
I
it's
think
just,
people underestimate the power of a click because if a
yeah.
whole bunch of people do that,
Well,
it
I'll I'll say this much: don't just click and ignore. Click and like engage.
yeah.
I'd like to think we post some interesting shit. So
Well, perfect. Well, hang on. We have some questions. Where'd it
we
go?
we got. I saw a good one over here
I
from
did too.
Miss Julie Downer Russell. Do you
Mhm.
look at life differently now that you lived through the almost sacrifice? Oh fuck yeah! It's like I said before. By all means, I shouldn't be here today.
Yeah.
And I definitely, I do have that lens of like, of that appreciation of just enjoying life and just, not taking shit for granted.
I was going to ask if because you did live through this experience, if it makes you, that's a lot of times when spiritual awakenings happen, whatever that may be, it looks different for everybody. But usually when something like that happens, you're like, all right, I should not be here, so I better find out why I'm here.
So well, I think I found one more. When is the last time you had some decent buffalo chicken wings, and where did you have them? Steve Engel, my guy. All right, the Anchor Bar in Buffalo, New York, when you brought them to us. And those hot wings, I literally like I couldn't shit straight for fucking weeks. So
Sounds terrifying.
they were good. They were good going in, not coming out.
Oh, it's so funny. It's so funny. So some of the things that we can do to help them and support them is to send venues who book unsigned bands, buy shit, uh, spread the music to friends, and buy t-shirts and things like that. So, guys, if you are following me, I will post all of the links and all that on the website. And you guys, please feel free to help them and support them. That's what I'm about, is trying to help others achieve their dreams. And he's definitely an amazing person, and I'd love to
Thank you,
see him
thank you,
make it, make it and
thank
play
you.
in Times Square. Not what
I
was, or have you done that already?
I shot a music video out in Times Square actually. In the middle of January. In the middle of winter, it was freezing. Um, I had my double neck Gibson EDS 1275, the same one that Jimmy Page uses when he plays Stairway.
Mm-hmm.
And I got on the famous steps in Times Square, and the videographer put a GoPro on the headstock, so like you just see the fingers and like going home. It was so cool, but it was so fucking cold. Like, yeah,
Okay.
New York gets cold.
Yeah, I've heard.
Yeah,
I think it's
so
too fast for me, but yeah, I want to go there for sure.
I see something from Hearstman over here. What chicken or Taco Bell? Depends on the day. Depends on the day.
Do you find that the experience drives you to produce more? Do you feel like it gives you more drive to move forward and do more things with the music and stuff?
Yes and no. I mean, in that particular instance with the song, yes, but like I'm just a naturally driven person, so
Mhm.
you know.
Understand, understand. Is there any other questions, guys? I did not see, I saw a couple float through there, but I think James caught them all. Did you see any other?
I can't word today. I can't brain today. Yeah, it does. Riveting.
I had someone say they wanted to help you grow your TikTok, so I'm sure they'll
Oh,
reach out to me on that. I
oh,
can
hell
I can help you do that too.
yes, Kitty. I want to help grow his TikTok.
Yes, we can help you do that. We can do that.
Like I said, if I don't live in Oklahoma, just don't videotape it. No.
Hey, we didn't say OnlyFans, we said TikTok. Hers says, "Do you feel the attachment left any unique abilities there?" He works a lot with paranormal.
Um, I don't know per se. Um,
I think
maybe
it's kind of
like
open.
I don't know if it left. Maybe it might have made me more aware of what I already had.
I think that's fair.
I'd say so. I don't know if it left anything. Like it's not like Spider Man or anything.
Come on,
So
Spider-Man,
oh, listen, as a Queens boy, I would love to be Peter Parker.
Spider-Man.
So,
Oh yeah, no, Melinda, reach out to me. I would love to help with that. We can definitely do that.
yeah.
So we can help. You can
Right.
reach a lot of people on TikTok too. So
Wait,
it's
we got two more over here. I caught. What guitar gear do you use? We don't have enough time for me to keep going into that. We're gonna be here all day. A 1994 Rivera Knucklehead amp head with a Black Star Artisan cab, a pedal board with three for what? How many? One, two, three, four, five pedals on it. Um, the Hot Wax Overdrive, Whirlwind Phaser, Holy Grail Reverb. Uh,
what pickups?
oh, what pickups? DiMarzios, Crunch Lab, and Evolution, and I popped them in an '07 standard Les Paul that used to be owned by Jason Hook from Five Finger Death Punch. It was his
That's
backup
fun.
guitar when he was touring with Alice Cooper.
That's fun.
So, yeah, I could keep going on about gear, but
What's your favorite baby? What's your favorite baby? Your guitar, your favorite woman. That's what they are, really. What is your favorite one?
oh well, the guitar I use on stage, the '07 Honeyburst Standard.
Your favorite. Yeah.
So, what's this other one? What's this? Uwu? What position? Oh, damn. Uh,
Is this hemp? Is this hemp? Is this
so, damn.
hemp? Not allowed in Oklahoma.
What position? What position do I put my toggle switch on my Les Paul? The treble position. I like to make use out of that bridge pickup.
We love hemp. We do. We usually know when it's hemp.
So,
Oh, it's tiny. I was like, I knew it was one of you guys. It's tiny or hemp. They're usually like, boys.
oh damn.
It's so fun. Well, do you have anything else you want to share with us, Mr. James?
Uh, I mean, I'm pretty good. I think we've gotten through it all. I mean, if any, oh, wait, we're getting more questions here. Coke or Pepsi?
Coke. Diet Coke.
Oh, Coke, hands down.
I love it.
Pepsi. What is this shit?
I agree.
Like, what is this shit? Like Pepsi is just a step above RC Cola. Like, come on.
I'll see. Paula. What does it say? What is something that a new band should not do?
Um,
They probably won't listen to you because they all have to make their own mistakes. But what should
what
they
is
not do?
something that a new band should not do?
Mhm.
Not listen to me. There we go. So,
Tour, tour.
Pepsi is flat Coke. Ain't that the fucking truth? Oh damn.
Tour.
So,
I think
so
that's a good.
actually, no, Pepsi. I'll tell you one Pepsi story, right? So I don't know why, but last month I was a fucking masochist. I went to 7-Eleven and I tried the fucking Peeps Pepsi.
Oh,
Oh my god, I almost like hurled all over the fucking sidewalk. So, see, Coke products, like I'll say this, Diet Coke is good.
mhm,
Like I'm a fan of Coke Zero. Coke
mhm.
Zero is good too. But that Coke, that vanilla Coke.
I'm a fan of Coke. I can't do Pepsi. Yeah, Peeps Pepsi. I haven't tasted it. I can imagine that it's disgusting.
Yeah, I mean it's shit. I was in 7-Eleven a few days ago. They actually what was it? I think Doritos is kind of losing the plot with some of their flavors a little bit because you have the barbecue one, which is amazing. If you haven't tried it, it's really good. And then they just came out with like ketchup and mustard. I'm like, what the
Oh, mm-mm.
no.
No, I can't. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
I can't do condiment
Mm-mm.
chips.
No, I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
What a new band should not do, read a book called Travels with My Amp. Everything that can go wrong went wrong.
Oof. Yeah, I mean those.
Brittany.
I would commit war crimes for cherry vanilla. You know, Brittany, I like you. I would also commit war crimes for cherry vanilla Coke. I forgot. See, cherry Coke. There's a place by me. It's like an old school like luncheonette. It's called Hildebrandt's, and it's been in a few movies. If you've seen The Irishman or like a couple, because it's just it was on drivers dine-ins, drivers and dives or whatever the fuck. I butchered that. Good lord, it was on Guy Fieri's show. Um, so and they're known because they make their own ice cream in house. It really, oh my god, their cookies and cream with hot
So like
butterscotch.
a parlor, like an old parlor type. Gotcha.
Oh yeah, and they have not changed the decor, and
I love that.
they make cherry Coke the old-fashioned way.
Oh.
So they just literally maraschino cherries with the Coke in it, and just oh my god.
Suddenly everybody now is going to New York to go stay with James to go get cherry Coke.
So I mean, yeah, not many people take that. You know, actually, I'm a root beer kind of guy. Yo, Parlor Beverages, butterscotch root beer. You gotta try their stuff.
I
It's the
do want to
best
check it
damn
out.
root beer.
That sounds
So, and if you use the code Ryder at checkout, I think you get like 15% off your order too.
oh, if you can give me that, I'll put all that information up for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, do
So,
that because that'll help too. So
yeah.
conference call. Thanks for joining, Mike.
Yep. Good seeing you, Mike. So, but yeah, no, I mean, if anyone has any other like spiritual questions or whatever, I mean, I'm here too. You know,
Yep. Do you guys
I know,
have any spiritual questions?
yeah,
Any
spiritual.
questions? Spiritual questions. It could be life questions. It could be anything.
Yeah.
You did already send it. Thank you, ma'am. I'll
Yes.
post it here tonight.
Say less, but say more. It's like pre-show ritual. Just get an amethyst crystal and just right up the ass. You know? No.
I am not going to insert that for anybody. I'm not doing it for myself. I'm not doing it for you. Not for nobody.
I'm kidding. But necklace wise too for spirituality. While we're here, I got a Milnir.
I love that.
Got Loki.
Tiny will like that.
Then I got little whatever eye thingy,
I.
tiger eye, and then what's it? Yggdrasil, the tree of life.
Yes, it is. It is.
Let's see. What was your first spirit? Mine was a cat. Um, uh, the fucking thing that went inside of me was probably my first spirit. Um,
You're similar to me on I'm like, I'm not fucking around and finding out. I'm not opening any doors. Like if you come to me, I will help you, but I'm not going looking. I'm not.
yeah. Do you ever sage the hotel rooms on the road and vehicles? I actually really enjoy like while we're on incense and other stuff. I love the smell of white sage.
Mm.
I love the smell of dragon's blood. Dragon's blood is my favorite.
Oh yeah.
You know, Palo Santo is also like what because I have one of those little wooden boxes with like the multiple little holders and stuff. So sometimes I get a little creative. Sometimes, you know, I put like, you know, white sage, Palo Santo, and dragon's blood all
Mhm.
together and just, you
Make the
know,
mix.
yeah, just do a little mix.
Nice.
You know, I did dragon's blood and lavender and I passed the fuck out.
Oh, I
Um,
love Dragon's Blood.
so you know, I just I tried frankincense for the first time. That was actually kind of an interesting smell.
Did you do the resin or
No, like of just the incense
just the
sticks.
stick? Gotcha.
Yeah, the little like I like the Nag Champa sticks.
I like. Have you smelled
Those are
Super Hit? Have you smelled Super Hit? I love
yeah,
Super.
that's good shit.
Yeah, I like Super Hit. That's probably our favorite. My kids call it child repellent.
Yeah,
They don't like it, but I love it.
it's like I started like everyone else with incense, like the little HEM sticks. And it's like,
Yeah,
oh, it's so cute. It lasts only
yeah.
20 minutes,
Yeah, no, it does. It does. It does. It's funny. And then you like progress because I started with the stick incense a long time ago, but now I make different blends with herbs and things like that. People don't realize you can just grab herbs and burn them. You can do the same thing as well.
Nice.
Let's see.
We got a few. What do you do to remind yourself who you are when life has run you down?
That's a good question. He steps behind that guitar and he starts strumming.
Oh damn.
And he
Yeah,
remembers.
yeah, yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Uh, and let me tell you why. Um,
You would
but
love Brittany, the girl that's in here. She is a coworker of mine, and her personality is similar to yours.
oh, nice. So, no, what do I do to remind myself when life keeps me down? I'm actually a very big fan of meditation. Just taking that step back of just balancing yourself, recentering yourself, and just doing that. That wets my whistle.
She says
Damn.
it. She'll come into work and say, "Do you want a drink?" Well, that I can't do it, but it's like my
Damn.
favorite thing in the world.
Listen, you're in Oklahoma. You can wet your whistle. You just can't videotape it. And you can't sell
Don't
it.
send it out in a marked box. Whatever
Don't.
you do.
Nope. Nope. And remember, you can't use any toys. You got to go to the produce section.
Right.
You
That's
got.
disgusting. Because somebody that's running across this video now is going to go to the produce section.
All of a sudden, all those cucumbers are going to turn into kosher dill.
Yes. Oh my gosh, it's so funny.
Oh,
Oh, I love you so much.
all right. So I'll just say this. This is my like. I'm sorry, picking on Oklahoma for all these weird like little sex toy laws. It's just like it's like Oreos. Like you can't just stop at one. It's like so. Do they have like a task force at the post office going through some of these fucking packages?
Does this vibrate? Does this like maybe just shake it and it turns on?
Oh damn!
And they're like, "It's mine. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in bag."
I'm gonna confiscate that
I'm gonna
and
take
put
it.
it in
I'll take
evidence.
it. And by evidence, I mean I'm taking it home.
I'm gonna put it in the evidence locker. I'm in my asshole. What?
Quality control
Your
department.
quality control. Oh man.
Oh man, that's good times. Well, does anybody else have any questions? This was fun.
Just use Amazon.
Yeah,
Oh
Amazon.
my god. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Mhm. Where
oh,
can oh, there you go. Do you have any new shows coming up soon for those that are not in Oklahoma?
we do have some shows coming up soon in the tri-state area. One of them I cannot announce just yet, um, because we're waiting to get some confirmation from their agent. But we will be playing with a bigger name touring musician
That's
in Brooklyn
exciting.
sometime in June.
Okay.
So
That's
keep an eye out
exciting.
for that. And where can you get our new album? You can get physical copies, riderband.bigcartel.com. We have physical CDs for sale. You have an option in the drop down menu, if you want them just standard, if you want it signed, we're not going to charge you extra for sign. We're not assholes. So,
Really?
So I hate people who do that. Like, I understand like eBay people, like, all right, some people go out of their way, get signatures, but like, whatever, man. Like, I'm the type of person I'll stay until the very last person gets a picture or an autograph. Like, and I'll never charge them for it. Like, the fuck.
Yeah.
So yeah, so you can check that out. Do I get a promo code for a probing session? I don't know. Are you a part of that Oklahoma quality control
They're
department?
not. They're not. They're not a part of the quality control
Well,
process here.
I don't know. Was that directed towards you or me? Because I'm a little
Yeah.
concerned. Like,
Yeah, who are you
who
asking?
who are you probing there, buddy?
Oh, isn't this isn't OnlyFans? You're correct. You're in the wrong tab on your computer.
Yeah, right. Uh, both of us. Oh, damn. Damn. He wants to
Where
probe both of us. God
when are
damn.
you coming back to Toronto, Buffalo area, or Rochester?
We're working on it, Steve. We're working on it. We are working on it.
Steve.
Steve. That is Steve Engel.
Steve.
I know it's Steve Engel. I will share a funny Canada story. I can take on both. Oh, good for you. Um, you're going places, kid. Um, but all right. So funny Canada story. You're gonna like this story. It's not spiritual. It's
It's
total
okay.
total debauchery. Um, so we drive to Canada, and the last time when we went last year, and we get to the border, and they stop us. They give us a little bit of a hard time, and they're looking, all right, whatever, you're doing your job, right? And you see, like, one of them like comes, like, they like are like deep diving into the car. Like, they look through the U-Haul trailer, they're opening up cases and whatever. And like, meanwhile, the other guys are like sitting there and be like, "Oh, joke's on you," they smoked all the rest of the weed back in Syracuse. So you're not gonna find shit. Um, so, which, funny enough, weed is legal in New York, weed is legal in Canada, but you cannot bring it across. Um,
Did you
so
bring something from
fun
another country?
fact, yeah. So they're looking through the car, and one of the officer, the border patrol, starts to get the giggles a little bit, and he calls over his friend, and he starts to get the giggles a little bit.
Okay.
So we're gonna go back 2 years before this point, just to give context. We did a podcast with, it was like a BDSM music
I
podcast.
remember that, right?
Yeah.
Did they give you pink lube? Is that one? Okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I put those packets in the center console in my car and forgot about them. So let's fast forward to the present day. So they're sitting there. They're like, "Well, okay, sirs. Well, you enjoy your time in Canada, and yeah, just don't get into any trouble, eh?" I'm like, "Oh, all right, fine." And I go to the car, and it's strewn across the center console. I just sit there. I'm like, "Oh shit, they think we're fucking each other." Oh my god. So we made a pact that the next time we go to Canada, I'm gonna buy a little cock ring and like put a post-it note on it that says "Finders Keepers" and just bury it in the center console.
That's so funny. That is so funny. I love it.
So,
That's so
so
fun.
just remind me, before if I go to Oklahoma and I still have that in my center console, because
Don't dig in your car. You don't know what you're gonna find.
so
All right. Well, I appreciate you so much. I have enjoyed this so
I
much.
want it.
Oh, oh.
Damn.
Tell us how you really feel.
I want who wants it? Who wants what? I want a lot of things.
The ring. I think she wants the ring.
Oh,
My
oh,
precious.
oh, oh! Don't get me started with that. Good lord, fucking, we got Smeagol in the fucking house over here. You know. Just all of a sudden, you're just gonna see whoever that
My precious.
is.
Oh my gosh. So
Oh my
fun.
god! All right, so Warner
Um,
Brothers, please do not sue her for me doing a Smeagol impersonation. It was only an impersonation. I know this is copyrighted material. Peter Jackson, please leave the lawyers out.
don't come after me.
Yeah.
Oh, well, does anybody else have any questions? We're about ready to jump off, and I will get you all this stuffs. So after I do some stuffs to it.
I think we're good.
Okay.
I think
I
we're good.
appreciate you.
We're gonna have more. Unless they come back with more double-sided dildos and other stuff, we've
Yeah,
got off the rails.
it always goes downhill when my group's all together. I'm just saying it really does. It doesn't matter what platform we're on. It always at some point goes there. So
Yeah.
all
All
right. Well,
right.
I appreciate you, and we'll have to do this again. So I will
Oh,
get everything to
absolutely.
you. All right. I'll talk to you soon.
All righty.
All right. Bye, guys.
See
You're
you.
welcome. Bye bye.
Bye.